Welcome back to Magoo's Reviews. All right, y'all. So this is my review for Daredevil Born Again Season 2, Episodes 1 and 2. I didn't get a chance to do Episode 2 last week, so I'm playing catch up because Episode 3 drops, but I want to get these two out that way I can be on schedule. Before we get to the video, we just passed 1,000 subscribers, so on the road to 10,000. We're going to hit 100,000, and we're going to bet 1,000,000. We're going to claim it will happen. So please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button at the bottom. Let's get to 5,000 first. Let's hit that 5,000, y'all. So definitely share with your family and friends. I really do appreciate all my subscribers. All right, so again, big nerd, big fan over here, man. I love Daredevil Season 1, Born Again. That is my favorite Daredevil comic book. I actually have the original comic books for Daredevil Born Again. And so far, like I said, I like Season 1 a lot. And Season 2 so far so good. I put it like that, so far so good. Now, if I'm going to be honest, nothing so far in Season 2 had that impact like Season 1 did with that opening fight scene in which, spoilers, again, this is a spoiler, so I put a spoilers review. Spoilers for both of these episodes, and spoilers for Season 1, Episode 1. But Foggy Nelson, Matt Murdock's best friend, was killed by Bullseye. Bullseye took him out. So that initial fight scene that you see with Bullseye and Daredevil, that was one shot where they were fighting through the bar and everything, and Bullseye's taking people out in their fight. Nothing right now in Season 2 has had that kind of impact, for me, you know what I mean? If I'm just talking off like the first 2 episodes, nothing has had that initial impact so far for Born Again Season 2. But that's not to say that it's bad. Excuse me, that's not to say it's bad. I still think the Season 2 so far for Episodes 1 and 2 are very good. And we're going to go through some bullet points and everything like that I wrote down for both episodes. But Episode 1, you see Kingpin. He has the free ports that are coming into the city. Daredevil, he comes in. Really nice fight scene, where he knocks the whole thing because Kingpin is smuggling arms in there. And the thing is, Kingpin is the mayor, but he's still the Kingpin. He's still a slimy mother. He's still the Kingpin, so he's still he still has his nefarious ways to him. You know what I mean? So that's one thing I do like, is the fact that I love Vincent D'Onofrio and Charlie Cox's portrayal of Matt Murdock and Kingpin. Absolutely fantastic, man. I think the whole cast for the Daredevil show, there's no phoning it in. Nobody is phoning it in on this show at all. And that's one thing I really do appreciate, the fact that they take these characters seriously. And that's one thing about comics. People think, hey, man, comics is silly. Yes, it is comics. There's a level of fantasy to it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, man, there are some fantastic and mature stories for a majority of superheroes out here. So, yeah, man, if you have the right people in place behind the scenes and in front of the camera, you get great work. And that's one thing I like about Daredevil's Born Again Season 1 and 2. You know what I mean? Season 2 so far. It's only 2 episodes. 3 drops tonight. But anyway, like I said, Daredevil, he stops this hunt. He stops the smuggling arms, and that's when the hunt for him and Karen Page is intensified by Wilson Fisk. He has this whole task force going through the city, rounding up mass vigilantes. So yeah, that's cool. Like I said, and there's other things. There's other plot lines in there as well, like with Daniel and BB. There's a whole thing of like the whole Wilson Fisk parody, out there and all that kind of stuff, trying to expose him for who he really is. So yeah, man, like I said, it's really good. Like I said, I really do like the whole task force aspect, going after the masked heroes, because now it feels like there's a sense of urgency. You know what I mean? Like they have nowhere to rest. So I really do like that factored into the show. And like I said, towards the end of the episode, because I'm about to go to Episode 2, but towards the end of Episode 1, another fight scene with Daredevil, through the task force. And one thing I can say about Daredevil, he does get his butt handed to him from time to time. He definitely gets his butt handed to him. But at the same time, before he does, bite the bullet or whatever, man, Bullseye, he saves him. He throws a little knife in, takes him out, and you see the "You're welcome" with the Bullseye sign on it. And Cherry, he's having a heart attack at that same moment. So it was a really intense scene, but very cool. Now, that leads on to Episode 2. You see Cherry, rushing to the ambulance. As he's rushing the ambulance, you see Bullseye at the church. I love the actor who plays Bullseye. He definitely has that that menace to him, that calm demeanor that Bullseye has. I remember Colin Farrell played Bullseye in the Daredevil movie, and he was good. But I really do like this guy, how he portrays Bullseye. Extremely good. Yeah, let's see. It says, yeah, Kingpin. A really funny scene. Kingpin is boxing, but he gets the news that Daredevil and Cherry, they got away and stuff like that. He absolutely loses on the trainer and knocks him into some glass and kills him. So yeah, man, overall, it's really good. Like I said, you see the how Kingpin, he really wants him. You know what I mean? But at the same time, the task force is laid out there to go after Cherry now. Like I said, it's a lot of different plot lines. It's a lot of different plot lines going on. But the main one that I really like to focus on is Kingpin and Daredevil. And the thing with Kingpin right now is the fact that he had a chance to out Daredevil. The camera was in front of him. His team was like, hey, go ahead, expose him for who he is. You know, Matt Murdock is Daredevil, put it out there. And instead of doing it, he said, Matt Murdock is a hero. He saved my life and all that kind of stuff. But now he has to worry about it from two angles, you know what I'm saying? From Daredevil and, you know, Matt Murdock. So, yeah, that's one thing I do like he did. Let's see. Yeah, the task force spoke to Fist, and they were coming. Yes, elevators. That's another thing too. When the task force was going after Cherry, you do see Bullseye come and take them out. So that's another thing too. It's like Bullseye isn't helping Daredevil situation at all because he's killing these guys. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's one thing I can say. There was another really cool scene in there too with Vanessa. She had a dream, and in the dream sequence, you know, she's like, hey, I know why you're after me, and it's Bullseye. So she has a feeling that Bullseye is after her to take her out, which to me intensifies everything, because you know how Wilson Fisk feels about his wife. He loves his wife with all his heart. You know what I mean? Like, that's his world. So, and then she's like, hey, let's move away. I got a feeling, I could be wrong, I got a feeling Vanessa might bite the bullet in the season. I got a feeling she might be taken out by Bullseye. That would be crazy, because I think you would see a different Wilson Fisk who's just out for blood. And he's already dangerous. But if that is the route that they go, that would be insane. That would absolutely be insane. Yeah, also, like, you know, you have the whole other plot line with BB and Daniel. You know, Daniel's like the voice of communications for like Wilson Fisk and everything. But she's like kind of befriending him. They're kind of liking each other. But we kind of find out that she's the one with the Wilson Fisk mask in front of the camera, you know, parodying him and everything like that. You know, what I mean by parodying is that she's kind of like the one like, hey, you know, this is the real truth. This is what he is. He's saying this to you guys, but this is who he, it's like, you know, they're having that battle between medias, you know what I'm saying? And she's trying to expose him for who he really is. And again, like I said, towards the end, you know, you get another cool fight scene with Daredevil against the task force. It was really cool too, man. One point, the task force is actually shooting at Daredevil, but he's like, has his rope and he's sliding across the floor, taking these guys out with ease. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing about the choreography, man. The choreography is sweet. I love how they portray Daredevil as he's fighting. Really good, man. Very good. You know what I'm saying? And then Karen, she's there as well. But Karen, you know, she goes off, she runs away. Come to find out, when her and Matt meet each other later on, she captures one of the task force guys and she has them held hostage. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's when the episode ends. So far, man, episodes 1 and 2, this is again spoilers review. I enjoy them both. Like I said, there was nothing in these first 2 episodes that blew me away like that first season, episode 1 of Daredevil, when Foggy is taken out by Bullseye. Bullseye and Daredevil had that crazy fight scene where he throws him off the building, which was absolutely hilarious when you see like the shot of it. But yeah, so far so good in my personal opinion. I really do like Daredevil Born Again season 2. When episode 3 drops, I would have my review out for that earlier, you know what I'm saying, instead of doing it the day of the episodes. But like I said, I plan to catch up, you know, with a lot of videos and everything like that. But yeah, man, overall, again, like I said, I like it a lot. I think is it? Yeah, I'd probably say it's probably the best thing Marvel got out right now, if I'm being honest. Like, nothing else in Marvel really has garnered my attention like this. So yeah, man, overall, Born Again season 2, I'm really feeling it. I can't wait to see episode 3. Anyway, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. See y'all soon. Have a good one.